There comes a point when you stop explaining yourself, not because you've given up, not because you've grown cold, but because something inside you has gone quiet and solid. That quiet is not emptiness. It is the sound of internal conflict ending. It is what remains when you no longer argue with yourself before you speak or act. Explaining is not innocence. It is a signal. It tells the world you are still negotiating your right to exist, that you are unsure whether your choices can stand without defense. And the psyche notices. It always does. Before words register, before logic forms, the unconscious senses hesitation, fracture, uncertainty. People begin explaining early in life, long before they understand why. As a child, you learn that justification keeps you safe, that clarity softens punishment, that if you can make others understand you, they might spare you. So you learn to translate yourself. You explain your tone, you explain your silence, you explain your boundaries before they are crossed, you explain your decisions as if they require approval. You don't even notice when it starts happening automatically. Your nervous system does it for you. Explanation becomes reflex, not choice. Over time, explanation becomes instinct, and instinct becomes identity. But Jung understood something most people never face. What protects you early on eventually weakens you. What once kept you connected slowly dissolves your center. What once brought safety begins to cost integrity. Every explanation fractures the self. One part acts, another part stands guard, ready to defend. You are never fully inside your own movement. You live split, functioning, but not whole. You move forward, but with a witness hovering behind you, constantly checking if the movement is acceptable. This split drains energy, and the exhaustion you feel isn't from doing too much. It's from defending your existence. Explaining is a form of submission disguised as communication. It keeps you adjustable, correctable, open to revision by people who were never meant to author your life. It teaches others, silently, that your reality is negotiable. And the moment you stop explaining, the atmosphere changes. Silence appears. Not empty silence, but pressure. A pressure people aren't used to feeling from you. A pause they don't know how to fill. Because explanation was doing something important. It was keeping others comfortable. It allowed them to place you, predict you, access you. It softened the edges of who you really are. When that disappears, they feel it immediately. Some become uneasy. Some become irritated. Some become hostile. Not because you changed, but because the rules did. Jung would say this is the moment the persona begins to crack. The mask you wore to remain acceptable no longer fits. And without explanation to reinforce it, the real structure underneath becomes visible. What was once hidden by words now stands exposed. This is where power enters. Power is not force, it is containment. It is the ability to hold your position without rushing to justify it, to remain present without explaining yourself into safety. When you stop explaining, you stop leaking psychic energy. You no longer rush to resolve tension. You let misunderstandings exist. You let reactions belong to the people having them. This feels dangerous at first. Your body remembers what it once cost you to be misunderstood. Your instincts resist the stillness. The fear is ancient. If I don't justify myself, I will be rejected. But individuation demands that risk. You must be willing to be misread in order to be real. An integrated person does not argue for their reality. They stand in it. Their actions speak without commentary. Their silence carries more weight than explanations ever did. And that weight changes the room. This is why your presence changes when you stop explaining. Your words become fewer. Your timing becomes slower. Your gaze becomes steadier. You are no longer reacting. You are allowing. You are no longer performing coherence. You are coherent. And people feel the difference before they understand it. Some step closer, others fall away. Those who relied on your explanations lose their leverage. They can no longer negotiate your boundaries through confusion, guilt, or emotional pressure. They are forced to meet you where you stand, or not at all. This is when you see clearly who needed you and who respected you. Jung taught that maturity is the ability to hold tension without fleeing into distraction or justification. When you stop explaining, you hold the tension. You allow discomfort to exist. You stop rescuing others from their own interpretations. You stop managing emotional outcomes that were never yours to control. This is not cruelty. It is psychological sovereignty. You are no longer asking to be allowed. You are no longer translating yourself into something palatable. You are no longer splitting in two to maintain peace. You stand whole, and the world reorganizes around that fact. Not instantly, not gently, but inevitably. This is the cost of stopping explanation. You lose the approval that depended on your self-betrayal. This is the reward. You gain yourself. And once the psyche tastes that solidity, it will never accept fragmentation again. Before you leave, understand this. Insight alone changes nothing unless it is carried into awareness. Carl Jung taught that transformation comes not from information, but from consciousness. The moment you stop projecting responsibility outward and face yourself honestly. If this message challenged or unsettled you, that is not coincidence. That is the psyche recognizing itself. If you want to continue this work, deliberately, not casually, subscribe. This channel is not here to motivate you. It is here to help you see if this clarified something you've been avoiding, like the video. It helps these ideas reach those standing at the edge of their own awareness, unsure of what they're noticing. If someone came to mind, someone overgiving, exhausted, or quietly resentful, share this with them. Not to change them, but to offer a mirror. Real change begins when a person sees themselves. Leave a comment, not to argue, but to articulate something you became aware of while listening. What is made conscious no longer controls us blindly. This work isn't about becoming better, it is about becoming whole, integrating what we've avoided, reclaiming what we've given away, and taking responsibility for the shape of our inner life. If you are willing to continue that process, stay. If not, take what you need and go honestly. Either way, awareness has already begun.